Hey, Paul, this is Dean from Collector Soul. How you doing, bud?
I'm doing great, Dean. How are you?
Um,
Where in the world are you right now?
where are we? We are in Maine, Bangor, Maine.
Oh, okay, great. Perfect. Well, we're excited to talk to you. I just was watching your Give Me a Word documentary, which is really, really cool. So,
Thank
uh,
you.
yeah, it's got to be interesting. You get to this point in life, and there's a documentary, there's a, a 30-year anniversary, there's, all these things, and just to celebrate it all, right?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is a interesting part of the career you reach.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and it's still fun, still so much fun. We've saw you recently, and gosh, it just looks like you're having just as much fun as you were when we first saw you many many years ago.
Yeah, man. I think as soon as our philosophy's been, as soon as it's not fun, we probably should stop. But we're still enjoying it, so we keep going.
Yeah, well, and that's the great thing too, is you're at a point in your career where you could stop. You've done it, you've done it all, but there's still more to do, right?
Feels that way. Feels like we've hit a good momentum, good stride, and it helped when Jesse and Johnny joined the band. But almost like I met 15 years ago, maybe that put some new energy into Ed and Will and myself, and it's just been a great couple of decades
Hmm.
doing that stuff. Some new creative energy.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and then of course, the a good part of the documentary revolves around the Here to Eternity and just recording it at Elvis's place, being the only artist that have recorded there, besides him, and that's got to be
Stuff, yeah.
pretty honoring, right?
Yeah, it was super cool, man. Like, you know, we get asked often, like, could you feel like the presence or the influence of being there? And I think you can't help but feel it. Especially those first few days when we started recording. It was like knowing that it was the dude's house and he was the only one that had recorded there. So there was some kind of reverence that we had. Then after a couple of days, you kind of fall into your own, back to our groove, and we found our thing. But yeah, dude, it really was great, and it excuse me, it didn't hurt the fact that it really hadn't changed much of the house. So like the bathroom tiles and the kitchen appliances, all were all the same when he was there. So it was like stepping into a time warp, and you know, all of those things played into it as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And then, of course, just not only that, but you're recording music that no one's telling you that you have to record or record a certain way. And you've been there before, and so it's got to be just it's been like that for years, but just sort of having that independence to do kind of whatever it is that you want, and however many songs you want, right?
Yeah, we've had the good fortune throughout our career, even when we were at the Atlantic Records era. that- we've always just kind of done what we wanted to do, like basically self-produced and followed our own vision and without too much interference. And I mean, we're our, our own worst uh, critics anyway. And you try to challenge yourself and be authentic, be who you are. At the end of the day, like we our mantra has always been serve the song, uh, and let let that be what it is. Find a good melody and some honest lyrics, and let it rip from there.
Yeah. And what are a couple of your favorite songs, or what's your favorite song from the album? Because it's fantastic, and there's so many to choose from.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you. We've been we on this tour. We've been opening with a song called "Mother's Love." That's a fun one to play live. It's a song called "Bluer Than So Blue" that one of my favorites, and I think my other favorite's I think it's on the second the double album. It's on the second album. It's called "Therapy." And I found myself really liking that one a lot. You know, kind of rotates. And to be honest, uh, once you finish it, I don't really go back and listen to it that often.
Mhm.
You know, periodically I will, but just to, as a reference point. But those are probably three of my favorites.
Yeah, it is have to be pretty interesting because you were there. It's probably like watching the documentary. You were there. You don't necessarily need to see it more than once, probably, but then and it's also kind of hard to watch yourself on screen, right?
It is so weird, dude. We did a screening of the documentary, and we rented up. The producers and the director rented a like a feature theater in Atlanta. And we all went to screen it, and it was weird to see my dumb head on a big screen like that. I'm like, because we hadn't seen it. Like, these guys took over and they told the story, and it was our first version of seeing what it was. So it was all new to us as well, like seeing, because they would interview us together, but then they interviewed us separately. So hearing our story through Will's lens or Ed's lens or Johnny or Jesse's, it was fun to see it like that.
Yeah. And it's fun for everybody else to see too, because, I've been around you guys and I've seen the way that you and Ed are together and with Will and everything for years. But for everybody to just get to see how fun and how funny you guys are and Ed's sense of humor, it's good to finally, everybody to get to know you guys a little bit better, right?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's a good, healthy peek behind the curtain of like what goes on. And like you and I were talking earlier, it's like we try to have fun with it all. If you're not having fun with it, then what's the point, kind of thing.
Mhm.
So it's we always joke when like on the bus, tour bus, or wherever we're traveling together. It's like all bets are off and nobody is off limits. So the jokes are coming for you at some
Uh,
point.
Yeah, and I'm sure there'll be plenty more this summer too. You got that great tour coming up with Live and Our Lady Peace, also great guys. So, it's just got to be one where it's just fun to just hang out all summer with everybody.
We're here now. I'm sitting outside looking at Live's dressing room right now.
Oh yeah, Ed is just
Yeah,
fantastic, and
he's awesome.
he still looks like he's having fun too, which is amazing.
I think so, man. It feels like it.
Hmm.
It's cool, man, to be out here with your buddies. Like we've known Ed for, gosh, 30 years now, like a
Hmm.
long time, and he sounds as good, if not better than ever with his vocals. It's a good. I mean, I'm a little biased because whatever, but it's a really good show between Our Lady Peace, us and Live.
Yeah, absolutely. And then, of course, the hard part about the tour is deciding, I guess, the whittling it down to a set because you got 30 years of music
Yeah,
and
yeah,
seven number one songs, so you kind of have to have those, right? But like, how do you whittle it down to one set?
yeah. It's a little bit of a putting a puzzle together kind of thing. Um, and it's a good problem to have. I mean, we definitely play the songs that were on the radio and people know and all that, which is fun for us still to play. It's fun to play World I Know, Shine, Decent. But then, on a personal level, throwing in a couple of new songs, even some songs that haven't even been developed yet. Like we will throw in like a musical piece just to have fun for ourselves.
Hmm.
Just balances out. Try to make it fun. Yeah, I keep using that word, but it really is about that. You play the songs that people know, play some new songs, keep yourself creatively curious, just keep going.
Yeah. Well, and you guys have the best kind of fame too, because you're able to probably still go into a Walmart or Target, but yet you still hear the songs all the time overhead. It's got to be kind of still a trip, right?
Yeah, we have the anonymity. I can appreciate that for sure.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's interesting like how that you'll be in, you know, some random restaurant or something and music's going to play and oh gosh, I heard that song in years. It's one about oh that's us. Okay. So,
Oh, that's fun. Well, in the great part is now we're seeing a lot of people, they're bringing their kids and they're looking up on that stage and they're going, I want to do that because you guys make it look like the best time in the world. And so what kind of advice do you give those kids that want to follow in your footsteps?
I think it's it just boils down to like if you feel like it's your purpose, like you got to be willing to jump all in. Like Ed and I, and Will also we talked about is like, we really didn't have a plan B. It was all like we're going to do this, or I don't know what else happens after that. So you have to like be tolerant to endure the downs. You know, the ups are fun, but the downs are not. And you have to be willing to persevere through the all of the trials that happen with it. And be as authentic as you can. If somebody really wants to be a musician and an artist and in whatever capacity, you got to be authentic with it. Be your own self.
Yeah, absolutely. And you like this. So my co-host is Drew Pearson, one of our great Dallas Cowboys who caught the Hail Mary, won the Hall of Fame. And so, yeah, so we got to ask you your Hail Mary moment, the moment in your life or career where you just had to go for it and it worked out for you.
That's a good question. Um, I think it would be when we decided to go independent. We made a conscious choice to leave Atlantic Records in the big corporate machine, and we were like, we saw the landscape of uh, things changing, right? So it was digital music was coming into play. Like you don't even think about it now because it is what it is. But 25 years ago, people were listening to CDs and watching DVDs. The format was that, and we made a conscious choice, and we jumped off the ledge and made that decision to go at it independently. And fortunately, it's paid off. Not without some troubles and trials along the way, but that would be the moment that I would, I guess, best describe the Hail Mary.
Yeah, absolutely. And then, of course, part of that is that success mindset that you have to have. And, us creative types are hard on ourselves. So, what do you tell yourself to kind of put you in the right mindset always?
You're not as good as you think you are.
Hmm.
I think it's like counterintuitive, like keep your ego in check. You know, it's simple as like be a good band member, serve the song. It's all bigger than just one individual.
Yeah, absolutely. And so with the film, because we're excited to tell everybody to get to check it out here pretty soon. But besides it just being a fun watch, what are you hoping the people will get out of it or take away from it?
Yeah, kind of what I was just talking about. I think like the the realization of like it's not all glitz and glam, and I mean there's a lot of that type of thing that exists, but a little bit of like a peek behind the curtain of like what got us to where we are. There's lost relationships and death along the way, the things you sacrifice to get to a certain place. And, we all do it in our lives in different ways for our careers or for our families. And, this is just another way to see that. So hopefully people can take that with a little bit of inspiration.
Yeah. And now, of course, we're looking forward to having you back in Texas and you've been here through here a whole bunch of times. And it's hot as anything, but are you looking forward to anything in particular? Any beer, barbecue, anything like that?
Yeah. Well, I got good friends that some of my best friends live in in Dallas and in Austin, and San Antonio, but we're not playing San Antonio. But so for me, it's probably seeing people I hadn't seen in a little while. Like catching up with some old friends. I love that area. Ed and our father went to seminary. He was a Southern Baptist preacher, but he went to seminary there in Fort Worth, and Ed lived there as a young fellow. I wasn't born yet, but so for us, there's some good nostalgia, family ties, friends, that type of thing.
Oh, that's great. Well, and then last thing, of course, we've got all this, this music from this last year to that we've still taken in, but of course, you're probably already thinking about the next record, right?
Uh, no, we've already
Oh,
recorded it.
oh,
So,
amazing.
yeah, yeah, we did it last year. We got off. We toured with Hootie and the Blowfish last year. Once we got off tour, we had been working on some different ideas and just hopped in the studio and recorded a record. And yeah, but we're gonna release that on Record Store Day in November,
Oh, perfect.
like a limited release.
Mhm.
And then I'm not sure digitally when that comes out, but and then we just keep it keeping it going. I hate to keep saying it, but as long as we're having fun with it, we'll keep doing it.
That's amazing. Well, we're looking forward to seeing you doing it live on stage like you do it so well here in Texas. And really appreciate your time today and the great answers. And it'd be great to see you again. Looking forward to seeing you coming up here pretty soon.
Great, thanks, Paul. I appreciate your time too.
Thanks so much, Steve.